So it is currently almost 11 p.m. and I am chopping eggplants because I'm going to roast them so that I can put them in the freezer. And I figured since I was up and you're up, I would tell you about the shirt that I'm wearing because I bought this shirt. It was a fundraiser for a friend of mine who was going through an adoption journey. And this friend is amazing. She took our engagement photos when my husband and I got engaged. I actually met her because years ago, this will age me. Y'all remember that show, Extreme Couponing? Years ago, she taught a couponing class, and that's how I met her. Anyway, long story fast. Turns out my sister used to work with her husband, just, full circle. So anyway, this friend was praying about adopting. They felt like God had called them to adopt, and then they started the process. And then they realized why it's usually only rich people who adopt, because it is extremely expensive to adopt, which is crazy because you would think in the U.S. where we live, as many children that are a part of the foster care system, you would think that it would be free to adopt, like, obviously, but it wasn't. And when she posted about this fundraiser, I bought shirts for my entire family, which at the time was a lot smaller than it is right now. And I was so moved by the shirts. I was so moved by the message behind them because it says chosen. And the reason that she chose this as the fundraiser is because she never wanted her children, the ones that she adopted. She actually ended up, her and her husband actually ended up adopting 2 little girls who are amazing. And they're sisters, they're biological sisters. But this first fundraiser was for a little girl, and they met her and fell in love and knew that God had called them to be parents to this little girl. And all of their efforts, all of the energy, money, time, and resources that were put into adopting this little girl is because she was chosen. She was chosen. And for this friend and for all of my friends who have chosen adoption as their means to parenting or adoption in addition to children that they have given birth to, it is an incredible feat. And understanding sometimes the trauma that is involved with children who are adopted, understanding the nuances of them adapting to new environments, them getting used to you and you to them, and the stresses and trying to assimilate families that have grown significantly in size that are now having to adapt to a new normal. That can be a struggle. But that never means that they were not chosen. That never means that they are not loved, whether it is by their adopted family or their biological family. Because a lot of times people just think that, if you were given up for adoption, your parents just didn't want you. And sometimes it's not a matter of want. Sometimes it's a matter of capacity. Because sometimes life will cut us off at the knees. Sometimes life will deal us a hand that we do not have the capability to handle. And it is in those times when we need community, we need family to show up, to rally among us, to encourage us, to help us. And the love for these children doesn't fade. It only grows stronger as they are grafted into our families, as they make their presence known, as their personalities develop, as they matriculate into young adults. May they always remember that they were forever chosen.